Chris Waddle.
Oh, you're kidding me. September.
Kyle Lafferty.
Are you joking me?
Is that right?
I know it's not right.
Anybody else?
Leash, was it?
Like, that is one of the most stupid questions.
Darius Vassell?
Seriously, you all need to just stay quiet. This is getting really annoying doing this quiz.
What is going on here?
Welcome to yet another edition of the shoutiest segment on Irish radio and indeed a multitude of platforms. It's the scintillating, it's the stupefying, it's the splendido. The script never changes. It's the crappy quiz. Welcome everybody. I'm in again. Will, who you've already heard on the radio and will hear again, isn't here today because he missed his train. But oh no, he didn't miss his train. His train broke down. Sorry, I'll not take that away from him. So I'm back in again. But Will isn't here. But other crappy quizzers are. They're the most important part of any crappy quiz. Allow me to introduce today's contestants. First up, I literally couldn't be bothered with this anymore. Give it up for the foundation of the Crappy Quiz Nation. Adrian, who's your daddy, Barry?
Phoning it in.
It's the same joke every week. Let's face it, you're crap at the quiz, yet you're still here.
Well, that's the name of the game. Isn't it, Tommy? That's the name of the game. There's no point in turning up every week and nailing it.
That's it, Adrian, yeah.
Do you know?
There wasn't anything to do with the fact that we had to have an emergency guest and I didn't have time to write your particular...
Do you know what's somewhat surprising in the YouTube comments?
how much you're loved.
No, that's pretty obvious.
Same person says he's never watching again every time you're on it, but yet comes back every week.
But like, why people who turn up and are like, oh, what's that? How does that guy even have a job in sport? How does this guy not know any questions? It's like, why are you surprised about that my knowledge is not the same as the good doctor or Tommy or most of the people who work in the company? That's
oh, Bailey, is that the name of the
Bailey.
Yeah. Hey Bailey.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, if you watch the quiz for long enough, the shock at me finishing last feels outrageous.
I'm not sure anybody's shocked. It's more that you have a job.
Yeah, well, I go so far as to say that it's not the fact that Adrian has absolutely zero sporting knowledge.
No,
it's
that's
just
not
that Adrian
true.
he's a different kind of sporting knowledge than the rest of us.
He's an inability to access that sporting knowledge.
My memory is absolutely
it.
brutal, like shocking. But I mean, you
Your
get
your brain functions in different ways.
there was some lad on last week and he said like something about me not watching sport or something. Like
Like what?
I mean,
you do watch sport, do you?
It's the like.
Is that what you're saying?
I come home and have a chat with my wife because
yeah, honestly, the amount you watch
needs
sport
that
is actually to the detriment of your personal relationship.
honestly,
as
the fact
it is,
that I can't
as it is for us all,
the fact that I
folks,
can't
let's
remember
face
it is a shame on me, of course. But
that's all the wine and cheese, Adrian.
listen to me, I'm never giving that up.
It is actually, I have to say, to be honest to people listening, it is such a privilege to be able to blame your profession and your work on your sports addiction. Most people who are listening to this do the exact same as us, but don't have that excuse. And
I was dipping into it again last night. It was like,
oh yeah, Europa League.
I'm watching the game here. It's like to be fair, I was prepared for the show this morning. It wasn't totally ridiculous.
Not at all. No. Again, there's the excuse. Right, it's a big week for the New York Times this week, as America's paper of record was graced with the quotes of our next guest. It was a feature on Limerick hurling, but unfortunately he did play to the crowd somewhat, describing their record in the finals and their defeat to Offaly County, famously in 1994. Please give it up for the good Dr. Arthur OPHD.
Jeez, the man's only trying.
But you were the one who said the finals. I misquoted you by saying Offaly County.
I didn't say that, obviously. It's just there's different style guides for different publications. The is-are type thing.
You shouldn't be in double quotation marks then if you're not using your exact words.
Well, that's not for me to say.
Well, I'm just saying the New York Times, they think they're all that. You think they're all that, obviously, giving your time to them.
Oh, sorry. I know I should have said no. I'm afraid not.
Have you been in the Limerick Leader yet?
Have I been in the Limerick Leader?
Yeah.
I'm sure at some time. Maybe.
I'm sure I have. Yeah, I don't really. What about the Sligo champion?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What does Sligo have to achieve to make it into Arthur O'Dee's crappy quiz intro? Because the county have just won back-to-back under-20 championships, and they barely even got a mention in there. It's all Limerick.
If I could offer a reply to that, Tommy, I would suggest that Arthur is very much he's not a latter-day Sligo man at all. He's very much aligned himself with his father's people.
He gave out shit to me the other day when we came out. We spoke about, me and Will and Joe spoke on the show about the football this weekend. pretty rapid fire now, and there's 10 games in the championship this week, and we came out and he goes, you never even said anything about Sligo. If it was Clare, you would have said it. Genuinely shouting at me.
He's right.
Oh, God.
Their under 20 success, which is brilliant. And if you're listening on the radio in the future / past, we will have already talked about it on the show tonight with Neil Ewan. So enjoy that, or you've already enjoyed it.
It was great.
Depending on when this is.
Great.
I don't know when it is. Okay, finally, after reigning champion Larry Burr O'Callaghan's train broke down, there was only one port to call. Unfortunately, Shane Hannon is on holidays today. After that, though, there was an obvious next choice. Cameron was also unavailable. Don Juggan, Phil the Power Egan, the cheater Nathan Murphy, all out. But luckily for us, one man finally answered the call. Finally. Please give it up for the crack of Cratlow, Tommy Rooney.
Honour to be here.
It's an honour to have you, Tommy. You were actually only the third call.
I'd always answer a call up.
That is true, actually, and thank you for that. I appreciate it. As ever, the format today is the classic crappy quiz, a series of questions on a range of teams, then it's on to the slip and slide of trivia, the egalitarian, never unfair, rapid fire round. You can podcast the crappy quiz on the Off the Ball app, and if you're listening on radio, watch this farce unfold in glorious Technicolor by subscribing to our channel on YouTube, where if you subscribe, you can also leave comments about Adrian. Please send any questions you have via postcard to Crappy Quiz Quizmaster, Off the Ball Towers, Marconi House, Diggs Lane, Dublin 2. It was a dry, barren period for a while, but delighted to say we had some great suggestions sent in to us on the back of a Honey Nut Cheerios box. Yeah. From, meant to write in the name, lads. I think his second name was O'Gorman, and he's from Wexford, and I don't have the first, and I apologise. I will reference him next week when we actually use the questions, because unfortunately the package was delivered to the wrong person, and I can't trust it in this particular quiz because one of the contestants read the questions.
Could only be you, PhD. That's.
I don't know. There wasn't much.
You should be able to, if you can't
There wasn't
trust,
much to read.
if you can't trust a doctor, who can you
Hard
trust?
to Mr. O'Gorman.
No, I'm not. But no, come on. I'm not. I don't mean it that way. But
People. Sorry, I just want to say this because I was delighted to get the back of a Cheerios box. It was the first time we've had anything in weeks, right? I get a lot of suggestions for the pass the parcel round.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is appreciated. Don't get me wrong. The pass the parcel round takes the longest to write, actually, because you have but it's actually the easiest to think questions of. It's the other rounds that I need help with. I need your teamed boring questions round, and do you know what? If you had a load of rapid fires, my God, would my life be easier.
Well, would you not just task people with writing the full quiz? Like, what is this half-hour shite? Like, get the finger out. Don't sit. If you're going to go to the hassle of cutting out the back of your cereal box, right? Would you not think you just go ahead and write the whole thing?
It's no one's fault in this room.
Be nicer to our listeners,
Just saying.
for God's sake. Okay, let's get to the quiz. How many minutes are we in? The person on YouTube who tells us every week. Well, 8 apparently. That's not bad.
No, it's not.
Okay. Round 1, it could be better, said Catherine. The not boring questions round, as it's now called, on the assistance of Ger Gilroy. It's never multiple choice, but today's questions all relate to the glorious return of championship hurling.
Oh.
Question, and bear in mind this was written for Will.
I know,
Tommy. This is the only time it'll affect you in this round, okay? Question 1 for Adrian first. What Westmeath player became the county's first All-Star nominee since David Kilcoyne in 1986 last year?
Well, I could tell you this.
Yeah, and I have the
And
name
so you
now
should
on the
be
tip of
able
my
to.
tongue. I just want to run through some options here before I commit to it. I'm 90% sure
I'd love to hear your options.
it is Murta. Ah, Murta!
It was
At
nomination.
least going to say one of the Doyles, but
Yeah, Tommy Doyle.
no, it's Killian Doyle.
Was Killy.
How Tommy Doyle has never been nominated for an All-Star, but there you go.
Yeah.
He hasn't. All right, nil for Adrian. Question 1 for Arthur. You can have a few seconds of this one to think of it, but I want only one answer. What is the only matchup in the Munster Hurling Championship that hasn't made up a Munster final this century? Went through a lot of Munster finals to find this answer, lads.
I presume, are we counting Kerry?
No, in the Munster Hurling Championship.
Yeah.
There's only 5 teams in the Munster Hurling Championship. Kerry aren't in it.
But
This is pretty
they have it in
straightforward.
this decade, haven't they? Sorry, this century.
You could just ask the question without Kerry.
Okay,
Not including
of the
Kerry.
current 5 teams then, I don't think they've been in it this century, but if they have, the current 5 teams, only one pairing has not made up a Munster final. So obviously Kerry and every other pairing would be the answer. Yeah.
If they have, you'll be issuing an apology after this, Mick.
If they've been in it, I think 97
you
was
could
their
just
last
ask the
time. If they
question.
were in it, it was 1 year, maybe 01, 02. I've now clarified it.
We're asking the question without Kerry, so there's nobody in any trouble, Tommy.
How long are we giving Arthur here? Because it's a pretty straightforward answer.
Is it? He's allowed to go through the finals in his head, however long we think that is, about 30 seconds or so, if we could filibuster.
Think.
It's kind of amazing they've all met except for one, I think. There's a lot of possible matchups. Good championship, that Munster Hurling Championship.
The only one that I can't ever remember them being at the top at the same time, I would say Waterford Clare.
Oh, that's a good answer. 1998 they played, and there was a replay, but that is 2 years
Probably
before
have
the
to get
start of the new
Waterford.
century.
Waterford had to be one of them anyway.
I would have said Clare had to be one of them. Clare only played Limerick for the first time last year, so Clare haven't been to too many Munster finals in that time. They haven't won any. But yeah, good answer. Very good answer. Okay, question 1 for Will, as it still says here. But Tommy, I'm going to just slightly change this. I had 13, but I'm going to change it to 10, given you're not the presenter of the hurling pod. Without making a mistake, name 10 of the All-Star hurling team of 2022.
Jesus. 13
I would have expected.
been next.
I was expecting Will to get 15, and I changed it to 13 to be fair, in case he wasn't sure of one position. I'm now taking 5 positions off Tommy. I would say 8 or 9 of these were shoe-ins
I'd
and
say
easy
if
to
Tommy
remember.
gets 7.
I think he'll do okay on this, but he might. You could easily just.
There's a
one out wrong.
certain there's a certain logic to it, but that's tough.
Come on, Tommy, let's start shooting there.
All right, give me a second here. Hold on a second.
Well,
Give me
shoot off what you have.
He's scribbling out a team here, are you?
But he might as well be just giving us those.
I agree with that, yeah. But he wants to be sure. He wants to be sure, you know. Christy Ring is not one.
This is good radio.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's as far back as I'm willing to give him. By the way,
Hegarty,
yes, that's one.
Morrissey.
No, you're out already. You didn't even say which Morrissey, but unfortunately neither of them won an All-Star this year.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Who else were you going to go for?
But O'Donnell and Kelly won ones, didn't it?
Yeah,
Clare.
yeah.
Dermot Burns.
Can he get to 10 without another mistake? He won't get the point, but he will get his pride. Dermot Burns, yeah. You're up to 4.
To be honest, I was just going through the Limerick team after that, lads. After the 2 Clare lads, I was just going through the Limerick team. That was it.
Anyone you're sure of, Arthur?
TJ must have been in there, was he?
Jay was 14, yeah.
Cody?
No, on Cody didn't make
Galan.
it. Or Brian Cody. Galan, yeah.
Nicky Quaid.
Nicky Quaid in goal, yeah.
Lynch.
Hard Quaid, I'll give you that much.
Barry Nash.
Lynch didn't play. He was injured
Lynch
all
hardly.
year. Barry
No.
Nash, though. As
Barry
all,
Nash.
all of Arthur's ones have been right so
I had
far.
Nash. So I had 1, 2, 3.
Nominated for Hurler of the Year, of course.
Was Hayes
I
there
did.
from Clare?
No, Kyle Hayes was in there, though.
Okay.
Anyway, we're gone. The team was Nicky Quaid, Mikey Butler from Kilkenny,
okay.
Hugh Lawler, Barry Nash, Dermot Burns, Declan Hannon,
Yeah.
Porrick Mannion was Galway's represented, David Fitzgerald from Clare, and Adrian Mullen from Kilkenny, Grode Hegarty, Kyle Hayes, Shane O'Donnell, Aaron Gallant, TJ Reid, Tony Kelly. Tough luck. Tommy,
Nicky Quaid. If
It
there just
wasn't-
had
it
been
wasn't
a big
for you,
international
but-
article about him this week that people
It
would
was-
have remembered.
I will say it was 3 easy questions, though.
were they? Fair enough.
Yeah,
I didn't
you're
think the Munster final one was easy. now, I
Westmeath
have
one
to
was
say.
not easy, lads. Come off it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So a
Tommy,
man from
stop.
Westmeath just said,
I know, but like
Murta.
I know, but I don't.
It must be one of the mortals.
Yeah, the Murtas are a big hurling family.
We'll get on to the Wikipedia round. We'll leave you alone from the old hurling for a while. I will
Time
list.
to look at hurling, lads.
When did
Not a
Limerick and
football.
Clare play in the Munster final? Oh, last year.
Last year,
Sorry.
yeah.
Last year.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's what I remember after the 2013 All Ireland final. And there obviously hadn't been a hurling draw before 2012 since 1950 something. And I went back to the pub. We were all in a bit of shock after Clare's equaliser, but the fact that it also sort of thrown it away and kind of walking back down into Drumcondra in sort of a daze. And I went in and just said to my cousin, "Geez, that was something else." And he went, "I know. When was the last time there was a draw in the All Ireland hurling final?" I said, "Last year." Okay, the next round is the Wikipedia round. You all know how it works at this stage. One major rule, guessing free-for-all is avoided by you shouting your crappy quiz nicknames, which is Who's Your Daddy, OPHD and Crack of Cratlow. Let's go. Whoever shouts their name first. The first player started their senior professional career with Stuttgarter Kickers.
Oh, PhD.
Yes.
Is it Arsene Wenger?
It isn't.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
That was such a
Thomas
PhD
Muller.
answer.
No, not Thomas Muller. No.
Crack Cratlow.
Go on.
You don't have to shout in there. You're the only one left that hadn't answered.
He does. He would have been disqualified if he didn't.
No,
Don't be
he-
listening to him.
He came in with speed.
Miroslav Klose.
No. He then moved to VfB Stuttgart, as in Stuttgart.
Oh, PhD.
Go on.
Is it Thomas Hitzelsberger?
No.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp.
Oh, it's not Jurgen Klopp.
I think I need to get the point.
Crack
there.
Disarray.
Crack
Disarray.
Crack Cratlow. Thomas
Has
Tuchel.
anybody got a guess left?
Crack Cratlow. Thomas
Yeah.
Tuchel.
Okay. No! Amazing. He then moved to Inter Milan.
So what happened there? What's the crowd? What?
It doesn't
What on
matter.
earth?
It was the wrong answer. I'm not saying anymore. Right. So, are we on? Any guesses on Inter Milan?
No, I'm just a bit
PhD.
rattled here.
Yeah.
No. Go on.
He then moved to Monaco.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
Didier Deschamps.
No.
But you're out, surely. Oh, no, he's not.
No, he's not.
Tommy, get with the rules.
He then moved to Tottenham Hotspur.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
Jurgen Klinsmann.
Yes.
Oh, my
Jurgen
God, that's
Klopp
hilarious.
made some trigger happy producer.
How
and
did I
none
not
of you picked up on it.
Holy shit! I just hit the wrong button.
I see. I had Klopp in my head anyway, so yeah, okay.
I knew something
waiting.
happened and I couldn't figure out what it was. The way you were looking at her, it was like something's happening here. I don't know what it was.
What's happening here?
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get to the next one. We have 25 minutes or so left here, max. Whoever shouts their name first. Next player started their senior professional career with Leeds United.
Oh, PhD.
Who?
Ian Hart.
No.
Who's your daddy?
Who?
Harry Kewell.
No.
Harry Kewell.
While at Leeds, he had a loan spell with Swindon Town. I've got a clue in here that's totally from last week and wrong, but I'll skip that then. He then moved to Newcastle United.
Oh, PhD.
Oh.
It's not David Batty.
No.
No.
Who's your daddy? Alan Smith.
No.
That came after United.
Before moving to Aston Villa.
Oh, PhD. James Milner.
Yes.
Ah, disaster.
He then moved to Manchester City and then moved
Disaster.
to Liverpool.
Hadn't guessed.
He's had a career. James Milner.
No, well, I had Milner. Milner was going from the back of my brain to. Yeah, okay.
James Milner has had a career with like
He's had
of the top
14
of the top
careers.
10 or 12 clubs in England. He's been with them basically since he's 16 until he's what, like 38 now.
Well, he went to retire at
Pretty
Liverpool
impressive.
about 10 years ago.
Okay, question 3 for whoever shoots their name first, or round 3, whatever it is. The next player started his senior professional career with Racing Club Warwick.
That can't be right.
Where is that?
Warwick, I'd say.
Racing
Be a good
Club
guess. Like, I
Warwick.
didn't look it up or anything.
Where's Warwick?
Who's your daddy?
Warwick, it's in England. Oh, sorry.
Is it? Well,
No, go on. I don't know. It might not be. It could be in Guatemala.
Tony Sheridan.
He then moved to Stoke City.
Oh, I don't know. It could be anyone.
Okay. After many loan spells, he then moved to Manchester United.
Who's your daddy? Norma Whiteside.
It's going to get said here.
PhD. That's Jack Butland.
Norman Whiteside scored a goal for Manchester United in the FA Cup
Rafa
final
Tangelo.
when he was like 17.
Yeah.
How would he have had many loan spells on
it's
two
a
clubs?
fair
Who
shout.
did you say?
Jack Butland.
No.
Crack Cratlow.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not him. Jotton Greening. It's not him. He
No,
was in
no.
the United Academy. Sorry.
He then moved on loan to Watford. The train has arrived. Will O'Callaghan is here. Listen to Tommy's questions if you want
Crack
to see how we
Cratlow,
do.
Ryan Shawcross.
No. Hurry up.
Oh, PhD.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
No.
not. No, it's not Phil Barsley.
No. He then moved to Birmingham City.
So he was on loan at Watford, and he went from Watford to Birmingham.
He went from
Give us the
United
clubs again.
United to Birmingham, technically. I
United to
suppose.
Birmingham.
He then moved to West Brom.
Oh, yeah.
Crack Cratlow, Kieran Richardson.
No.
After years at Stoke.
Yeah, I know.
Will you give us the teams again?
Catch has just told me my answer is wrong in the script. I do know who I'm talking about, though. It's not.
Give us your teams again there.
It was Racing Club Warwick.
Sorry.
That seems like four questions ago.
Racing Club Warwick, Stoke City, Man United, on loan to Watford, Birmingham, West Brom, and then to, next clue, Watford. I might have just said that already. Did I say what? Oh, yeah, he moved permanently to Watford.
The only player I know who went from West Brom to Watford is Keith Andrews, and it's not Keith Andrews.
Lucky it isn't, or you'd be disqualified for not saying your name first. And also, he went from... Oh, yeah, he did go from West Brom to Watford. He now plays for Wrexham.
Oh, PhD.
Ben Foster.
No.
I said it.
Second
I said it.
No.
A second and a half behind Tommy.
Ben Foster.
That's the Skype.
That's your...
Oh, Tommy, you bottled that. I'm absolutely disgusted. I had that answer about three guesses ago.
Too.
And I just
You
thought,
said
no.
the answer.
Oh,
Arthur gets the point there. There's no
He had
arguing
Stoke
that.
for ages.
He was at Stoke. That was his first club, yeah. But he was at, honestly, about 30 loan spells before he moved
I thought
to
he
United.
came through at Man United.
No. He was... United was like
disgusted.
his 18th club. Okay. The scores are Arthur is on 3, Adrian's on 1, and Tommy, we just really appreciate him being here because we were stuck.
Tommy, you disgraced yourself a little bit with that last. You knew what you were doing there. That was cynical.
It was
Black
very
card.
cynical. It was.
As we discussed
That's how I play football.
Tommy's attempt to cheat. I don't know how we thought it was going to work. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back for the rest of the quiz, including Pass the Parcel, in just a second. Welcome back to the quiz. Many arguments over the weekend. Many disappointed people that they didn't get Ben Foster. Did I say the weekend there? I meant the ad break. Anyway, what the hell am I talking about? It's been a weird day. Round 3, as the scores are Arthur 3, Adrian 1, Tommy 0. Round 3 is the Pass the Parcel at Doom round. In this round, all you have to do is give me a name that is on a list of names, and the Parcel of Doom will pass to the next contestant, who then also has to give me a name. We'll keep moving through the list until one of you gives me an incorrect answer. Parcel explodes, blah, blah, blah. When 2 of you are eliminated, you get the one solitary point that is available for this. We're going to start. Will thinks he could be winning this. Fine.
Get here on time.
Well, it's not the first one. Adrian, then Arthur, then Tommy. Catherine, if you get a chance to jump ahead, maybe and change all the Wills to Tommies, that'd be helpful. No, says she. Right. Okay. Irish players with at least 15 Premier League goals over the course of their career.
We surely did this about 3 weeks ago. The last one was on the quiz.
Did we? No, it would have been possibly slightly different. Might have been appearances.
Oh no, it was Irish goals for Ireland.
Irish goals for Ireland, yeah. As opposed to Scottish goals for Ireland. Adrian, you go first.
We've had a few.
Robbie,
126 of them. Robbie, surprisingly, miles ahead of the list in much the same way as he is miles ahead of the Irish goal scoring record.
Roy Keane.
Roy Keane has 39.
Is this a long list?
It's like there's a decent amount of players, but not what you would expect for only 15 goals over the course of 30 odd years, like
fair
31 years. Who's next? Tommy.
I said Kevin Doyle.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Kevin Doyle is there with 37, just behind Roy Keane. Yeah.
Shane Long.
Shane Long is correct. 56, third all time.
Niall Quinn.
Niall Quinn, second all time at 59. You've knocked off the top 3 and 5 of the top 7.
How many goals?
Whose goal is it here? It's Tommy's. Isn't it?
Tommy's.
How many
No, it's
goals?
Adrian's.
No, it's your goal, Tommy. No.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
After, yeah.
How many goals?
15.
15. Dennis Irwin, 18. Less than I would have thought, but I suppose it is still a lot of goals. Like, you're still talking 2-3 a season from fullback.
We've maybe rethink an answer there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I thought Irwin would have been would have had maybe 20 odd.
Yeah, I would have too, to be honest. But there you go.
Penalties.
I suppose Cantona was there for a lot of the penalties
Yeah,
years.
true.
Up next is Adrian. And let's hurry it up. Jesus, the time is ticking away here.
Don't worry about it. Get there.
We
Goals,
do worry about it. We have
Goals.
something else to do after this.
That'll be fine.
goals for your own team.
Yeah. Oh, geez, don't count. Fair question.
That rules out one of my answers. Oh, shit.
Come on.
Clinton.
Yes, with 15. He is on the one of the top championship scorers of all time I've seen this week. Top 10 anyway.
I'm not sure this man will have 15
So I'm
goals.
filling the time, Catherine. This is how it works while Arthur thinks of his answer.
I'm not sure he'll have 15 goals, but I'm going to go with Jason McAteer.
No, that isn't. I think Jason McAteer only has 2 goals. He only scored 2 goals for Liverpool, I think, anyway.
Forgivable.
Yeah. Tommy?
Ian Hart.
Ian Hart's good. 28. That's a high number. That's kind of where you thought Irwin would be.
28?
Yeah.
Is there many answers left?
There's about half.
Oh,
We're
Christ.
looking at 8. There's 10 answers left. I dare say we won't get to them.
I had Ian Hart. Worth nothing to me now.
Right, Tom?
No, it's me.
No, it's not me.
Sorry. Apologies.
A couple of defenders.
Yeah, just guess someone now at
I'm
this
going to
stage.
go for Stan.
No. He was short. I think he had 13.
My other one
Good
was
few big
John
names.
O'Shea.
John O'Shea, no. He was...
Connolly.
David Connolly, no.
Duffer was my next one.
Duffer's fourth on the list with 54.
Jesus,
That's silly. That's silly one to overlook.
I had him, but I just thought, no.
forgot.
I had Kilban down my
Yeah,
list.
Kilban
Fairly
was
down.
15 goals. right on the
Stop.
top.
Stop.
Damien Duff,
Who else?
54. Johnny Walters, 43. Rory Delap. Rory Delap had so many appearances he was bound to score. 23 goals, though, surprisingly, for him. Seamus Coleman has 22. Stephen Hunt, 21.
Jesus.
Does he?
Come on,
Yeah.
Jamie.
Yeah. Stephen Ireland, 19. Matt Holland, 17. Lee Carsley, 16. Kieran Clark, 15. And Kilban, 15, along with Clinton Morrison.
Seamus Coleman has 22 Premier League goals.
He
That's
does, yeah.
sensational. I didn't know that.
Arthur, Tommy.
But Jason McAteer could manage 2.
Jason McAteer, I think only got 2 for Liverpool anyway. I'm not sure if he got any more other than that.
Didn't
Arthur,
I
then
got-
Tommy, then Adrian. All Ireland final starters in any game of the Dublin 6 in a row. Now, I will tell you that it's 8 All Ireland finals because there was 2 replays that I am including.
Bother
So if
taking
you
note.
started in an All Ireland final during the 6 in a row, you're on this list.
For Dublin.
Yes.
Or for anybody.
No, Dublin starters, yeah. Look, yeah, your fair question.
Stephen Cluxton.
Yes. Tommy's next.
Fitzsimons.
Mick Fitzsimons, yeah.
Bernard Brogan.
Bernard Brogan is correct.
Philly McMahon.
Billy McMahon is correct.
Johnny Cooper.
Johnny Cooper is correct.
James McCarthy.
James McCarthy.
Jack McCaffrey.
Jack McCaffrey. Good stuff, lads. You're doing this nice and fast.
Michael Armacaulay.
MDMA. Unbelievable.
Dean Rock.
Dean Rock.
Brian Fenton.
Ryan Fenton.
Paddy Andrews.
Paddy Andrews.
That took a while, Tommy.
Yep.
How many would you say Paddy started, Tommy?
Paddy didn't start after he was 30, so Paddy would have started 13, 15.
No, well, it's only from 15 anyway. We're talking 6 in a row.
Oh,
here,
sorry.
so, yeah.
15, 16. 15 and a 16 replay.
Yeah. I think that's it. Oh, no, there was 3. Sorry. He started,
Did he
I think he started one of the... I think he might have started both games. And
Maybe
there's
18?
3 in there anyway. Sorry, yeah. I'm not sure exactly which. Right, let's
He
go.
would have started 17 as well. He would have started 17 too.
Yeah, Fenton.
I said
We
that.
said Fenton. You're
Oh,
gone.
gone. Good luck. Out.
Stop cursing.
Go.
Oh, you are joking me.
Right.
Con O'Callaghan.
Conor Callahan is correct. As Adrian has his own little breakdown there, we'll keep going
That is
because
so
we are
annoying.
genuinely stuck for time.
That is so nice.
Paul Mannion.
Apologies for the language.
Paul Mannion is correct.
Jesus Christ.
There's nothing worse, I have to be honest.
that
I've
is
done it a
so
few times.
annoying.
Yeah.
Chairman Connolly.
Yeah. Dearmo.
Paul Flynn.
Paul what?
Paul Flynn.
It sounded like you said Paul O'Flynn, who I believe reads the sports news on RTE.
He was my lecturer in college, and I certainly did not say Paul Flynn. Ruud van Nistelrooy lookalike.
Brian Howard.
Yeah. Only
County
the
County.
last one, I think.
Kieran Kilkenny.
Yes, Kieran Kilkenny, of course.
Fair Tommy's going to outlast me here. How many more do we have left?
There's a good few left, yeah. Have you got all the obvious ones? I would say yes. All the obvious ones. There's obviously very, very well-known names here. Like
Owen O'Gara?
yes,
Yeah,
O'Gara won
good shout.
a replay against
Keane O'Sullivan. Let's go quicker now. So
Keane O'Sullivan is an obvious one that I.
The arrogance of the man.
That Tommy's running out.
The arrogance.
Where is Keane O'Sullivan here? Oh yeah, he was the obvious one that was left that I missed here.
What's your man's name? It's not.
People don't really know when he dropped off. I would say I'm not sure the top one is obvious.
I'm just trying. I'm sorry. You all right?
No, I'm not.
Come on, let's go.
Rory O'Carroll?
Yes, that's the one we were just arguing about as to whether or not he was obvious. He was there in the 15 final, but not thereafter.
David Byrne.
David Byrne is correct. Well done.
Oh, God. Oh, Owen Merchant.
Oh, Merchant is correct.
Good shout.
What a goal. I only saw that goal the other day. Okay, we've got 4, 5, 6, 7 left.
John Small.
John Small, well done.
Paddy Small?
Yes. Paddy Small in 2020. There's only 5 left here. This is good, guys.
Yeah, I'm surprised now I've gone this.
I've one of them anyway.
And it's not even your go here, we're now at the point where you're like, did he start one?
Dennis Bastick.
Yeah. Tommy knows all. Tommy has the rest of the list written down.
I feel Tommy's he's just taking the piss here a little bit. I'm not sure how many more Dublin footballers I can think of, to be honest with you.
Okay.
No, I'm out.
Are you? Yeah. Oh, there's one here that you're going to kill yourself
Mannion.
on.
No, you said that.
Oh, no, I said
Is he
Mannion.
gone? Well, that's me. That's
Mannion an hour ago.
I had Darren Daly, Eric Lowndes, Cormac Costello.
Jesus, Cormac Costello isn't on this list, lads. Did Cormac Costello never start the final?
Maybe he didn't. He used my last name down. Maybe he
No,
didn't.
the names that were left were none of them. Niall Scully, I feel like he should have got,
Oh,
right?
So he was out after that.
Kevin McMenamin.
Yeah.
I know super sub and all, but was around so long. Surely he started one of 8 matches, and he did. Robbie McDade and Sean Bugler both started the 2020 final along with Paddy Small. There was 3 out of nowhere that came in.
Should have thrown a Hail Mary, Arthur.
But
I know.
that's good going, guys. That's good going. And Tommy is off the mark.
There's no points for
Oh,
me. then.
sorry. I got the last point too.
It's it's still there wasn't any time specificities on when I was saying you were off the mark. You are off the mark with 2 points.
Sorry, I just feel like everything's against me here. Go on.
Yeah, well, I was there. I'd forgotten that you'd won the previous one. Right, the last one here, and we have to be quick here. World snooker champions
Enjoy this.
Oh, I'm out.
since 1980.
Jesus.
Will
Sorry,
Tommy?
I go for sure.
Tommy. I've Will written down here for every single one. I keep forgetting. Bit Ron Burgundy-ish. Tommy, then Adrian, then Arthur.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yes. Just 7 times. Adrian. Now Ronnie O'Sullivan's been said.
Sean Murphy.
Sean Murphy. 2005.
Since 1980,
Yeah.
Ken Doherty.
Yeah.
Stephen Hendry.
Stephen Hendry.
Now you're in bother, lads.
I hope not.
Mark Williams.
Mark Williams, yeah.
Steve Davis.
Yes, Steve Davis.
Now I'm in trouble.
6-time champion.
Jimmy White.
No.
No, famously
Famously
the most
never
famous,
won
like,
one.
sports story of all
Lost
time.
5 finals in a row.
Dennis Taylor.
Dennis Taylor. The most famous final of all time.
Stuart Bingham.
Stuart Bingham. I won't be mean to him. Definitely the weirdest world champion of all time.
Mark Selby.
Yes. The jester from Leicester. I should have asked for nicknames.
Judd Trump.
Judd Trump, yeah. The most recent new winner. Probably about 25 years ago. Snooker does tend to repeat things. Come on.
Cliff Thorburn.
Cliff Thorburn, 1980.
Good going, Adrian Barry.
John
Don't
Higgins.
anyone ever say Adrian Barry should be on this quiz?
Thinking Cliff Thorburn out of his heart. Now hold on, John Higgins is right.
John Higgins.
Very trigger happy today, Catherine.
John Higgins, I think, 3-time world champion. Okay. Let's go, Adrian. Doing well here.
Come on, Adrian.
Listen, a couple of big names. Well, there's only 6 left.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I wouldn't have gone 1980 unless it was a short list. Adrian, tick-tock.
I know.
Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock.
I have one name,
Go to
but I
bed.
think I'm taking a punt on it.
Right.
I don't think he won one.
Take the punt.
I don't think he won one. I'm just trying to think if I can come up with a banger.
Probably the wrong answer then.
There is a chance of that, Mick, all right.
Just go for it.
Come on, be a hero.
It's so annoying because I know there's when I hear the names, I'm going to go with Ding Junhui.
No. Arthur
Neil
outlasts
Robertson.
everyone and gets Neil Robertson just as a
John Parrott.
It's John Parrott. It's such a
Alex
knife
Higgins.
in the back, isn't it? When they just have more. Yeah, all right.
Higgins.
Peter Ebdon. He's got a. There's one left.
Take comfort in that.
There's 2 left.
Take comfort in that.
Do you have anyone else?
2
You literally knocked
What
off
years?
the whole list of like 86 and I don't know, like 2008, 2007, something like that. I don't have the years written down.
No, I don't know.
Joe Johnson
No.
and Graham Dott.
Graham Dott.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So
Well
Graham
done.
Dott played
So the scores,
Ronnie O'Sullivan
did you?
in what's it called?
Goffs.
Goffs, yeah.
There you
he
go.
was he was O'Sullivan was
Irish
killing him,
Masters.
and he put his napkin on top of his cue at a certain point and just waved it around in the air like that.
Graham Dott did?
Yeah.
Wow,
He was
that's
just-
horrendous.
That's it done.
Arthur's on 4 points, Tommy's on 2, Adrian on 1. As we go to the fun-free number round, magic number round, you know the rules at this stage, lads. I have to skip them, but you do know them, so no arguing later. If you don't mind, give us the following number. The number of times Galway have won the Leinster Senior Hurling title, plus the number of the highest place a Welsh team occupies in the URC table heading into this weekend.
Oh, good question.
I don't even know how many teams there are in the URC table.
The number Andy Robertson wears for Liverpool.
Ah, shit, I hate those questions.
And the number. Is there any questions you like?
No, but like,
And the number of times the Snooker World Championship has been won by someone outside of the UK, outside of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Ever.
Jesus Christ.
Ever. So, your 30 seconds expire when Sinatra sings Bright Shiny Beads. So that's the highest placed Welsh team in the URC. What number are they at? The number of times Galway have won Leinster, Andy Robertson's number for Liverpool, and the non-British or Northern Irish winners of the World Snooker Championship. Going back to 1930.
Hear how they
Fred Truman.
bubbles, bangles, bright, shiny.
Time's up. Pens down. Tommy,
33.
Adrian,
40.
Arthur.
39.
This is a turn up for the books. Adrian gets 2 points. Arthur gets 1. Nobody goes bust. The answer is 44. So the number of times
Don't be
Galway.
so snide now with your. This
The
is a
number
turn
of
up for the
times
books.
Galway has won
Like,
Leinster.
when you win, you win.
The number of times Galway have won Leinster.
Played twice.
3 is correct. The number of the place of the Welsh
10,
team.
I think.
9 I had.
Tommy, what did you have for that? Because you were a good bit low.
I played it safe. I went for 5.
No, Cardiff are in 11th.
Because they're outside of
So the 4
eight.
teams are 11th to 16.
That's what could snooker one of the Irish
Robertson's
provinces.
26.
Robertson is 26. That's correct. And the snooker
6 I had.
3 I had.
4. Ken Doherty, Neil Robertson, Cliff Thorburn,
Come on,
and
Cliff, yeah.
some Australian guy in the 50s who I didn't even commit his name to memory, but that's only 4. So 44 is the answer. He's probably not with us anymore, let's face it.
Wow.
No, the scores. I'm not insulting anyone.
Well, you are. He could well be with us. No bother with him.
The man's
Could have been
legacy.
20.
He could have been, wunderkind coming over here from.
He's tuned in now this afternoon or
He
this
was
morning,
the
whatever
first,
time it is.
the first overseas winner. In fairness,
That's
to him.
kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't give a shite though. We couldn't give a shite about us down here in Australia.
The scores heading into the final round, the rapid fire round, are Arthur on 5, Adrian's on 3, and Tommy's on 2, which means Tommy will go first. You've 20 seconds. There's no delaying or getting an answer wrong won't cost you a point because you're harming nobody but yourself. And we'll start with Tommy. Okay, Tommy, are you ready?
Yeah.
Your 20 seconds start now. Where is this year's Champions League final scheduled to be played?
Madrid.
No. Who are the current Heineken Cup champions?
Toulouse.
Who will AC Milan play in the semi-final of the Champions League?
Inter Milan.
In what year did Laois last beat Dublin in the Senior Football Championship?
2004.
No. Who is the England men's head coach, rugby?
Steve Thompson.
Steve Borthwick.
Borthwick. 2003.
I think we got one right there, Inter Milan. 2003 was the last time Laois beat Dublin.
La Rochelle, of course.
La Rochelle and Istanbul
La Rochelle.
is where the look, Tommy, you stepped in last minute.
They didn't
They're
say
written for Will. That's it, lads.
Well, they weren't written for Will. They were written for Adrian, I suppose.
To be fair, I would have done all right. I would have got Laois. I would have got a lot of them, yeah.
Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate it. Hang on till the end, though.
Absolutely.
just for the picture.
How many did he get?
He got one right, so he's on 3 overall. So, Adrian, you need 1 to not finish last.
But you also need
How many?
at least 2 to drive it into.
Drive it in.
Some
Drive
sort
it
of-
into
some
the,
sort of-
Drive it into the good doctor.
Okay, let's go. Your time starts now. Who are the reigning Leinster hurling champions?
Kilkenny.
Yeah, Australia, Canada, and who will make up Ireland's group in this year's World Cup?
Nigeria.
Yeah. In what year did Munster first win the Heineken Cup?
06.
Who missed the penalty for Arsenal against West Ham last week?
Saka.
Kerry will play who in the Munster football semi-final this weekend?
Tipperary.
Yes. Got all 5 right, yeah.
You did stumble over the group question there. I wondered if you deserve another question.
I would say so, Tommy, if I'm
Because
being
you got Tipperary in.
absolutely honest.
Yeah, you did. You stumbled over it. You got
What does
Tipperary in.
outside think? No, they say no.
Stumbling, yeah, there was a
Right,
stumbling.
So you got all 5 right. That
That's
puts you
pathetic, Tommy.
pronouncing.
That's very small.
That puts
No,
you up
I'm
to
pathetic.
8. That puts you up to 8.
Very small, Tommy.
Arthur needs 4 to win. Like
That's how I roll.
Adrian only got 5 questions, so
And there might be a question of another question coming back at the board
there
for
won't
me.
be a question of
depending on how all
that. There
this-
won't be a question of that. But so what's it? 4 to win?
4 to win.
4 to win.
Pressure
Okay.
on.
Just make sure you stumble
Take
on
your
one
time,
question.
Mick.
Your
Clear,
time.
nice and clear now.
These questions are all
Just happy
remarkably
to be
short,
here.
actually.
I'm happy to be here.
Okay.
He's rattled. He's
Your
rattled.
time starts now. Napoli Stadium is named after who?
Diego Maradona.
Jack McCaffrey plays for what club?
Clontarf.
Who knocked Ireland out of the 2015 Rugby World Cup?
Argentina.
Who are the last Ulster team to win a senior football All-Ireland?
Tyrone.
Who's the Leicester City manager?
Dean Smith.
Shane Conway plays hurling for what county?
Oh, pass.
Who is Roma's manager?
Jose Mourinho.
That's why he's a doctor.
And a good
there
doctor,
you
fair
go.
play.
6 out of 7. He is the winner. He jumps on to 14 points. No, sorry, 11 points. Adrian with 8 finishes in second. Tommy's
Can't argue with
down
that.
on 3. That is brilliant. Well done, Arthur. The good doctor. He got one question wrong there. Shane Conway plays hurling for Kerry.
Ah, yeah.
The
yes,
Kerry
yes.
superstar there. Every other question was correct. Well done to Arthur. Thank you to Tommy for sitting in. And Adrian has been here too. We'll see you next week
See you,
here
lads.
on the Crappy Quiz.